parked up in Brighton Sea after my first single-handed trip. Well, just there and back. Went launched at Brighton Sea just over there about 11, 12 o'clock, just on the high tide. Just about to start falling, so it was a bit of a panic to get going. Because you can't really get off the pontoon when the tide's falling. So I got launched by the park and ride man with his tractor. Set off before I'd really got as sorted as I'd like to have been. But just headed out down the channel, out past the bar, turned around and came back. So I've proved I can do it. Can't say I'm enjoying single-handed yet, really. It's just an awful lot to do. But we'll have a go tomorrow. We're hoping to go down, I'm hoping, to get down to North Fanbridge. But for the rest of this afternoon, this evening, it's get everything stowed nicely, sorted it out, and relax. As you can see, got the tent up and cooking some belly of pork. I've got a packet of stir fry and getting ready for an early start. I need to catch the tide here. Well, I need to be going as soon as possible, really. 5 o'clock would be good to get out to the Swin, which is the channel across the sands, just as the tide turns at about 6:30, so 6:45 I think actually. So I think 5 o'clock would be good to leave here. Whether it turns out that early or not, I don't know. If I end up going against the tide some of the way up the crouch, it's not the end of the world, because the wind will be behind us. Left Brighton Sea at about 6:15. It's just after 6 now. Got the tide under us, and we're just heading out down the channel. Just staysail. We're doing about 3.5 knots over the ground. Nearly out of the Swin. More than enough wind for me. Double reef main and staysail. That's the wallet spitway up ahead. Safe water mark, and we go straight ahead. We'll get the Swin spitway. Where we've come from. We've just I've just turned into the crouch. Just turned in. We've been going down the channel now for a little while. Oh, dropped the main. Got the wind right behind us. Just keep things nice and calm. Staysail's pulling us along, and we've got the tide under us. Just gives us more time to find the channel without too much panic. We saw 8 knots just now over the ground with a double reef main up.
Go to working channel.
And it was just a bit too much, really. Just the staysail pulling. There's our next red and green, going right between them at the moment.
All ships are demonstrated like Coast Guard information service business channel 4 Coast Guard.
And we're still doing 5.5 knots over the ground. be fast enough. North Fambridge, tied up nice and safe. Got here a lot quicker than I thought I would actually. Tide's still coming in. So yeah, but all went very well, didn't they? Very well.
South of the border, Mexican radio
Life is
stations
good.
are banned from playing them for inciting violence. But here in LA,
Radio 4, a little bit of heat, food, chicken wings, a little bit there, electrical hookup, wind humming in the ringing, and I'm out of it, and a porta potty easy to hand. Caught up with sleep. It's the same evening. I'm sure I was filming this pan earlier, but I can't think what I was cooking. Beef and mushrooms now. Yes, what is it? The Archers has just finished on Sunday evening, so it must be 7:15. Look at that for a boat. What a beauty. And as motorboats go, Manara isn't bad. We were lucky enough to have a write-up in Classic Boat, and it was Stephen Merrick Hughes, the news editor, who wrote it up, and he said as he came to see the boat, it was almost comically small. And I took a bit of exception to that, but in fact I do know what he means. We are always by far the smallest boat around. The boat just behind us is I think it's a westerly something or other, that knuckle in the bows, and it's huge compared to ours, and most people would think that that was a small boat. Whisper is a very, very small boat. It got me here, and reasonably fast too. Yeah. This then is the Dengie, Cocker Freeman's homeland. Search Cocker Freeman on YouTube if you haven't already done it. Latchington Fandango, etc. I don't stint myself. I always sleep under goose down. I've got a goose down duvet here, as we have at home. Anyone who buys themselves a man-made fibre sleeping bag doesn't know they're alive. Left Fambridge Yacht Station. Where that group of boats is there. We're deep into Rosewood. Monday morning. Wind coming almost straight down the river. I've got a bit of a dog leg to do up here to the right, which will be the wind bang on the nose, and then after that it goes round again to the left, and I think I'll try sailing from there. And out from the Swin, it'll be a broad reach all the way into Brightlingsea. So the second half of the journey will be a reasonable, easy sail. But this bit, I'm just going to rip my teeth in the motor for a while. It's coming from the southeast. It's about between 15 or 18 mile an hour. Well, I came into Burnham Yacht Harbour Marina, a place which is a first for me. Really, because there's quite a lot of wind. There's force 4 to 5 southeasterly, and I was thinking, well, if I go down to Whitaker now, it's going to be wind over tide, force 5. It's going to be very lumpy out there, and I just didn't fancy it. So I'm in here for the night, and I'm hoping to get the last of the ebb out tomorrow morning early, which should, by then it should have come around more south to southwest, so it won't be quite so directly wind against tide, even on the ebb. And at the low part of the ebb, the channel I want to take should be protected by the sandbanks. The disadvantage is that it doesn't give me long to get over to Brightling Sea and recover the boat before high tide. High tide is still, should be long enough really. If I leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning, between 5 and 6 in the morning, I should be into Brightling Sea by 11 or 12, which should still give us a couple of hours of rising tide to get the boat out. It is a little bit of a worry. I'm just going to phone Ollie to tell him there's a chance I won't get the boat out tomorrow. But I just bottled out really. It was yeah, it's quite a lot of wind, and it's only just well, I don't know, it's only just about on the turn now, in fact. So it would have been, I think it would have been quite lumpy out there. And then almost a dead run down into Brightling Sea, which also I didn't really fancy. So I'm in Burnham Yacht Harbour for the night. I haven't been here before. Go and have a look around. Tuesday morning, about 6 o'clock. Just left Burnham Yacht Harbour for the first. Conditions are a little bit better on the right. And we're heading down to the Whitaker. Sailing. Engine off at last. Sister Ray holding her own. Keeping both reefs in. There's no point in rushing down there. Sailing nicely now, just very gently. Following this new buoys down the crouch, coming up to the, ahead we've got the swallowtail bank, we've got to get round, and now we're just sailing between the barely visible sand on that side. That's sand just ahead of us there, and barely visible sand on that side. Couldn't be sailing down here. The wind's died right away. It's only about a force 1 to 2. We're going almost dead downwind, and if I want to get the boat out this tide, we need to get there really. So all my technology is working nicely. there's the. We're there. We're heading down to pick up the coal bar boys here, then head in. Doing 5.7 knots because we've got the tide under us. The raise. So I can just our course over the ground is 296. Okay, it's changed a bit now. I can work out my course needed on the chart. .296. So yeah, we're just right. Wind farm working boat, I think. And back on the trailer again at Brighton. End of a trip. No damage, no injuries. First single-handed trip. Well, there we are, ready for the road.